Most men are domesticated, but you were born wild. Look around you. You'll see men who look like men, but live like pets. Tamed, trained, tied down, domesticated, stripped of their edge, declawed by comfort, neutered by society. They wear suits, drive cars, and pay bills, but the fire is gone. Their wild instincts, buried beneath convenience and conformity. And the saddest part? They think this is normal. They were born wild. But they forgot. Once, they dreamed like warriors, thought like kings, moved like predators. But then the world told them to be nice, to sit still, to play safe, to stop fighting, to fit in, to silence their voice, to numb their hunger. And like obedient dogs, they listened. They traded adventure for approval, discomfort for devices, purpose for porn, power for paychecks. And they call it being a man. But real men? Real men are dangerous. Not because they hurt others, but because they can't be controlled. You were not built for the cage. You feel it, don't you? That restless ache in your chest. That quiet rage behind your eyes. That haunting voice that whispers, "This isn't it." That's your soul, clawing at the walls of your domestication. Because you weren't born to beg. You weren't born to obey. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to break patterns. To lead with fire. To hunt your vision. To master yourself. To stand alone if necessary. To build something that makes your blood surge with meaning. That hunger inside you? That's not depression. That's not anxiety. That's your wildness waking up. Most men will never understand. They will mock you when you say no to alcohol. They will shame you when you choose solitude over social media. They will laugh when you train at 5 a.m., work when you're tired, read when they're scrolling, build when they're sleeping. They will say, "Why take it so seriously? Why push so hard? Why not relax?" Because they are pets. And you are not. Because they need the leash. But you are learning to run without one. Because they can't imagine a life beyond comfort. But you are beginning to remember a life of conquest. The modern world will try to break you. It will seduce you with softness, addict you to algorithms, weaken you with indulgence, mock masculinity, celebrate mediocrity. It will reward you for staying in your cage. But you weren't built to be passive. You weren't made to follow. You weren't meant to just consume, conform, and collapse. You were made for war, for wilderness, for wisdom earned through pain, for scars that tell stories, for nights you doubted everything but still chose to rise. You were made to walk alone until you are powerful enough to lead others. Here's the truth most men will never face. Your wildness is your weapon. And the world is terrified of it. That's why they shame your intensity. That's why they mock your discipline. That's why they call you toxic for being focused, driven, assertive. Because a wild man can't be manipulated. He can't be sold lies. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't follow trends. He doesn't wait to be rescued. A wild man creates his own path. He's dangerous, not because he's violent, but because he's free. But make no mistake, this path is brutal. To awaken your wildness, you will have to destroy your comforts. You will have to say no when it's easier to say yes. You will have to walk alone while others laugh. You will have to bleed in silence. You will have to lose your softness, your excuses, your fake friends, and your fear of being misunderstood. Because everything soft must die for the savage within to rise. This is your call to rise. Not tomorrow. Now. Reclaim your wild mind. Sharpen your instincts. Train like your life depends on it. Think like a king. Move like a beast. Speak like a man with purpose. Build a code you will never break, even when no one's watching. Refuse the leash. Refuse the numbness. Refuse to live as anything less than untamed. The world doesn't need more obedient, polite, predictable males. It needs warriors, builders, Leaders. Fathers. Visionaries. Men on fire. And deep down, you know that's who you were born to be. So become it. Because most men are domesticated. But you? You were born wild. Now act like it.